Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is David, and in this video I'm going to show you how to play the small card game Odin for 2 up to 6 players. You can also try it out on Board Game Arena. This is a card game where you want to empty your hand as fast as possible by playing the same number of cards that are already in the middle of the table or one extra, but you have to play all cards of the same number or the same color. And to make it a little more difficult, if you're not emptying your hand, you have to take back one card that was already in the middle back into your hand. So please let me show you how it's played. Inside the box are these cards, values 1 to 9 in 6 different colors. When playing with 2 players, it is advised to remove 2 colors out of the game. But when playing with 3 up to 6 players, you'll simply use all the colors. All players will get 9 cards in their hand, and then you're already ready to start the game. And the randomly chosen start player will have to play 1 card. The only exception, if at the start of the round and you can play all cards of 1 color or 1 number, then you can play them and you've immediately won the round. But that's not possible at the moment, so now I may only play 1 card. So for example, I will play card number 3. Then it's to the next player, and that player can only play the number of cards that are in the middle or plus 1. Also, the total value of the cards needs to be higher than the card that is already at the table. So in this case, the player to my left can choose to play 1 card or 2 cards. And when playing 2 cards, for example playing these 2, you have to play them from high to low. So the higher number goes first, so it's not 25, but this will be 52. And you have to take this card back into his hand. And that's bad because he doesn't have this color and he doesn't have this number. So that player is not too happy with this number 3. But that's the rule. If you don't empty your hand, you have to take 1 card from the table. So now this player turn. That player has to play 2 or 3 cards and the value has to be 53 or higher. And you can play 2 or 3 cards that have the same color or the same number. So maybe in this case, this player will play 3 number 8s. And he will get either the 5 or the 2. And since he already has 2 green cards, but also a number 5, he'll take the green card number 5. And this card gets out of the game, for now. So back to me. Now I have to play 3 or 4 cards and the value has to be 888 or higher. And the only way to achieve that is by playing these 3 cards. Because now I'm playing 954. But I have still cards in my hand, so I have to take 1 card back into my hand. And this is the only color I already have, so I think I'm going for the green one. So these get removed. And so game continues. Let's do one more turn. This player now has to play 3 or 4 cards. And he can by playing the pink ones, 986. And he has to take 1 of the cards in the middle, so he's going to take, doesn't really matter, just the high one, number 9. Now there comes a moment when a player cannot exceed the cards already in play. This player cannot play 4 or 5 cards of the same number or the same color. That would be higher than the number in the middle, 9862. So this player has to pass. When a player passes, the table gets cleared, these cards get removed, and the player to the left will be the new starting player. If I was lucky, I had now only cards of the same number or of the same color, so I could play them all and win the round, but unfortunately I have not, so I can only play 1 card. So I will play this one. Now it's up to this player again. Again, he's not happy because he has to take the number 4 by maybe playing number 76. And now has to take number 4. And so game continues until a player, maybe if it was my turn now, I can play all cards of the same color, and my hand is empty, so I'm done. Because my hand is empty, I don't have to take a card from the middle. So once that happens, the round is done. The player who finished the round will score no points. Then all other players have to check how many cards they have. The values don't matter, simply the number of cards. So this player will get 4 penalty points, and this player, 5, 6, 7, will score 7 penalty points. If a player reaches 15 penalty points or more, the game is ended, and the player with the fewest penalty points is the winner. On the website Board Game Arena, where you can play this game, they flipped it around. Everybody starts with 15 points. You lose 1 point for each card you have left. And once a player reaches 0 or less points, the player who has the most points left will be the winner. So it's rather easy. You play one number or one color, and you can play as many cards in the middle or +1, as long as the value is higher. But sometimes it can get a little bit frustrating in a positive way, because for instance, when this player would play number 7 and I have 3 cards of the same color in my hand, I cannot play all of them because I'm only allowed to play 1 or 2 cards. So in that case I'm gonna play these 2, and then I have to take this card back into my hand. Fortunately it's a number I have, but sometimes you get some cards back in your hand that you really cannot use. And so it's a race to be the first player to finish your hand. And that is how you play a game of Odin. If you have any questions about this game, please feel free to ask them in the comments below. My name is David, thank you for watching, and hope to see you next time.